real quick, guys, to the next topic. It's a bit sensitive. Uh, the topic right now, Enzo Fernandez. We haven't talked about it. I think we only talked about it slightly. Enzo Fernandez's saga. You remember after winning the Copa America while celebrating, they did sing. They're termed as racist slurs. You know, songs that do contain things that do attack the African race. So, a majority of pundits, majority of players from Chelsea, players from everywhere are condemning what the Argentina national team did. Okay, but then also when it comes to the Argentine in Chelsea, and you know, England does not play, the UK does not play when it comes to such things, to the extent that FA did launch a probe into the racist and homophobic chants by the by sorry, by Enzo Fernandez, because he was the one leading the choir, if I can put it that way. He did issue an apology 6 days ago, but it seems it fell on deaf ears. And thing is, Roma is, if any team comes in with a very, very good offer, he might be sold, because you know, now going onto the pitch playing, fans are really going to, it's not even going to be banter. Fans are going to be booing him almost every time, even his own fans from Chelsea. Guitar, real quick, in a minute, what do you think? Or rather, give us a quick rundown what went through, rather what went down, and what should Enzo Fernandez do, or what steps should Chelsea take to contain this?
Yeah, first of all, you know, on our channel, we don't agree with any form of racial discrimination, domestic violence, and any form of, violence or prejudice. So we have condemned here players like, even when they are not found by a court of law, like Mason Greenwood, in a form of racism. I mean, football is a uniting factor world over. It is it's a game why I think why we all love football is, even if we don't speak the same language, we don't look the same, we can enjoy a game. I'm sorry, I'm going to take a little second on this. There was a time in World War II where German and English fight soldiers stopped and played a game.
Correct.
And after the game, they went back to fighting. So that shows you that football is a uniting factor. So there is no room for racism in football whatsoever. What I find distasteful, I do not want to condemn him before getting the facts. Yes, the chants were talking about the French footballers,
players, to be French specific.
Players, yes, and their heritage in Africa while playing for France. You see, for me, what I find even very distasteful is that he had the audacity to record himself. He has about 5 players in the Chelsea squad, some from France, some French players like Fofana, and he's making these chants. What do you expect when you go back to the locker room? There has to be some cohesion in the locker room. So for me, it's distasteful. The apology notwithstanding, which I found to be a mere public PR stunt.
Me too.
I know other Argentines were chanting, but it's him that recorded, and it's him that was really so overt in
the choir leader.
So yes,
even
so
the publication was made by him. It was on his Instagram.
So exactly. I understand. He tried to make it seem like, no, we're just making a shout out. If they were playing France and you're trying to mock them, you could make those arguments. But you are playing against Colombia. It had nothing to do with France. So why are you mocking French players when something that has nothing to do with them? So for me, I think what Chelsea needs to do is send him on loan if they can't sell him, or sell him, because I don't think that locker room will ever be the same. Even if he has reached out to them personally and talked to them, it is not going to be the same. It's not going. I remember, just a moment that before I hand over. I remember when Suarez in Liverpool made some racist. I don't know
towards Patrice Evra.
What Patrice Evra said. We never know what happened. It was never the same. I could see some Liverpool fans who could not, celebrate so much. And
It took a
so
while for them to be back
it took a while.
behind his
There was
back. Yeah.
a bitter taste in some of the fans who would not cheer up their and he was a prolific scorer, so player. So I think for the best, for to send a good message, I think it's good for FA and FIFA to launch an investigation in the Argentine celebration, find those who are culpable, punish them, perhaps a ban like Ivan Tony when he was banned for the betting. Send a message. So ban him a few games, and for Chelsea, loan him out or sell him.
I don't think anything strong is going to be coming from the side of Argentina, because I don't know whether he's a minister or something, but a lady did come out and said she's behind Enzo, and whatever they're saying, that's being jealous and all that. In fact, there is one, I don't know, but he did hold a strong position when it comes to the football association and everything in Argentina.
Football Association.
Yeah, he had to be fired because he came out and said Messi, being the captain, should have stopped Enzo and should have already even come out to condemn it, dude, because he talked about their God, again in quotes, God, when it comes to football. He had to lose his job. Josh, in please, 30 seconds. Tell me what you think about that whole situation.
What I can say about the Enzo Fernandez situation, it is really absurd that a player who is a bit exposed can do things like that. But what I can tell you is you should know that in Argentina, as a country, there is a culture to actually do these kind of things. If
they're playing against Brazil,
any game they play against Brazil or a club from Brazil, they always do that. And you should know that in Argentina, there's a low number or no number of black people. So the culture there has kind of accepted to do these kind of things. But for a player who plays in England, who has players from the French team in his locker room at Chelsea, he's been a little bit exposed, and he would have known better not to do things like that. Going forward, I pray that he is banned for quite some time, not just a few games, maybe a season or two.
Really?
Yeah. Because the fines no longer work. This is much bigger. This is much bigger than betting. This is much bigger than fixing, match fixing or something like that.
I think if the minister did not come out, I mean, if a person from their Federal Football Association comes out and condemns it, and you punish him, and then you talk of praising them, I agree with them. So maybe a ban by FA sends a huge message, so that their players themselves know that, look,
now FIFA should ban him for 2 years or something.
So for me, I think FA should send a strong message, ban him for a year, and Chelsea should get rid of him, and that would be a good message to ending such that will not tolerate such kind of behavior.
Because if you're banning Pogba for allegedly misuse of drugs or drugs, things like that, then why not?
Voodoo. Pogba's issue also involves voodoo, guys.
Yes, but if you're banning him for 4 years for that, why not ban Enzo Fernandez for even 5?
Guys, we shall come back for
what
a topic.
he did.
This has been a very, 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 very interesting topic, Enzo Fernandez. We shall come back next
You can
time.
include Lionel Messi too.
Another day for this. Yeah, we will come back.
Messi
if you want to be eaten alive.
Just for being captain and saying nothing.